Hi everybody, this is Pete Stoltman from the Musky shop here. Hey, you know, most of you folks have seen our videos before, some of them in the past, and anyone who knows me knows that I'm a big fan of the big fork lures and have been for years. We're fortunate enough to have Tom LeBeau, the inventor and manufacturer of big fork lures, here in the shop with us. Tom, great to have you in the shop. Good to see you.
Good to be here finally. It's been a long time.
Nice to see you.
My lures are promoted, marketed as handcrafted, but to be honest, the body is initially carved on a duplicating machine.
Okay.
And the handcrafting part comes in, you know, to get that really nice three-dimensional detail. There's a tremendous amount of hand sanding that has to be done, you know, after the lure is milled.
Their finishes and that are so pretty. A lot of people just assume that it's a plastic lure with, you know, some kind of, you know, computer image finish or that type of thing. But I'll tell you, you know, Tom, people have said to me, what, you know, this has become kind of my American Express lure. I don't leave home without a sand cat with me, and they're just a fantastic lure. These things, tell me a little bit about how you make these, how the finish is done, and
Sure.
How does that go?
Well, this is one of our very top-selling models, the 6-inch Sandcat. That and the 8-inch model are the top two selling sizes in the Sandcat line. But yeah, on the finishes, we, you know, go into great detail with custom made lacquer finishes that are unique. I really emphasize, you know, a lot of the like transparent dye lacquers. Is I feel something that we're really unique. I custom blend all these paints that really give the finish a depth look. Like you can just reach into it. You know, it's got that, like I say, that depth look.
Sure does.
And that just gives you that really natural effect to the finish. And a combination, you know, when that's combined with that brushed on epoxy finish. When we converted over to that new flat side and we did some weight changes on it, that just has that, you know, nice wobble, you know, shimmy on the dive and that roll.
Right.
When it's diving, you know, on the rise.
Yeah.
And that's what gets them. I mean, it's target specific. You know, it's a shallow runner. You know, bait is primarily designed for working shallow, weedy structure areas.
Right.
You know, it's only 1 to 3 foot. But when you got predators laying in those conditions, and with that action that this Sandcat puts off with that wobble and that body roll, I mean, they can't stand not smacking it.
Well, and it's one of the, I guess probably the only jerkbait that I can think of that once you get it to the boat side and you're figure eighting, you still have some action because that thing is wobbling.
Exactly.
Instead of just being kind of a dead stick in the water, you know.
Exactly. With that, and that's with that flat face head on it, and then that Lexan insert on the head. That's like a diving lip effect. See, that's that water is forcing against that head, and that's combining to give that bait some wobble.
Right.
So you can even use this as a crankbait.
Yeah.
Sandcat, just, you know, lob it out, and you know, it's not a real dramatic wobble, but it's enough just for a nice natural swim action coming back to the boat.
Right.
You know, so it's.
Well, and I've had people in my boat where, you know, maybe they're newcomers to the game and they're not acquainted with how to work a jerkbait, and I can tell them, crank your handle 3 or 4 times and stop, and then do it again. You know, because it's that easy to work. You know, so
Exactly.
and they catch fish doing it.
Yeah. Very labor intensive, but you know, the customers really appreciate it.
The results speak for
Yeah.
themselves, I think. you know, folks, you can see the whole lineup of Sandcats at MuskyShop.com. All the fantastic colors and paint finishes that Tom was talking about, they're all right there on the Musky Shop website. Thanks for joining us, Tom.
Great to be here, Pete.
My pleasure.